I've literally gone from having minus £2,000 in the bank account, having to stay in my friend's bedroom whilst he was on holiday because I had nowhere to live, destroying a business and destroying a relationship, to moving to Thailand, getting into another relationship, starting an online business, being location independent, and literally living my dream in just a couple of years after I stopped drinking alcohol. Now, stopping drinking has literally made the life of my dreams a 100% possibility. And before I had stopped drinking, it wasn't going in that direction. So I want to share my story with you guys. I want to share about how I moved to Thailand, how I've done all of the things that I've done over the past couple of years, to give you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of insight into, the process that I went through to stop drinking and so on and so forth. So the video is going to be kind of in 3 sections. I'm going to talk about how life was before I got sober. I'm going to talk about the transitionary period. Then I'm going to talk about the mindset shifts that happened that kind of gave me this insane amount of confidence to just, go towards a better quality of life and do the things that I'd always wanted to do. But, alcohol was holding me back from achieving it. So I'm just going to put it all out there. I really want to be super transparent with you guys. I've got nothing to hide. So I'm just going to share everything with you. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but let's just go into it. Just very quickly, before I start sharing the story, if you do want my help stopping drinking, I take people through a reframing process. There's a short video that you can click in the description. There'll be a link in the description for you to click. You can watch that video. It's about 10 minutes long. It explains the method that I take people through and how I help people stop drinking without AA, without willpower, without rehabs, and so on. So again, click that in the description, but let's get into the story. So before I stopped drinking, before I went through that reframing process that I talk about on this channel, my life was a complete and utter roller coaster. So since pretty much 18 years of age, I would drink and get smashed, and it's just been like this up and down journey for such a long time. And I've tried these different methods to stop drinking. I tried going to AA meetings. I got to a pretty bad place before. I tried using willpower more times than I can count, and for me, nothing really worked. It was always a battle. I always found it difficult. I always found it challenging. I always ended up having to avoid, hanging out with my friends that were drinking. I'd have to avoid certain places. And every time that I tried to stop drinking, I found it really difficult. I'd struggle with cravings. I just couldn't do it. But there was a part of me that really wanted to do it. And then there was another part of me that, would just self-sabotage. It was bizarre. It was like these two voices in my head at the same time trying to pull me in 2 different directions. I'd been going through this roller coaster throughout my 20s, throughout my young 20s, mid 20s, and so on. But anyway, I ended up going to university. And after my exchange semester, I moved to a city called Cardiff, which is the capital of Wales, for some of you guys that may not know that. But here I got a job in a restaurant. So my plan was to save up a bit of money and then move back to Oxford to finish the last year of university and just have a bit of money behind me, try a new city out, try something new. And that was the plan. And I got to this city and it was a restaurant. And I don't know if you guys can relate, but there are certain jobs out there that have a heavy drinking culture. So I got involved in this restaurant. I'm going out with the staff. We're going out drinking 4 or 5 nights a week. And, it was kind of normal to go to work with a hangover. Nobody kind of pulled their face up. It was just kind of pretty standard behavior. Not the best environment, especially not for somebody like me. So anyway, I went to this restaurant and the drinking just kind of it started with a few drinks here and there, but there was a point where I was going out on my own, going into bars alone, drinking quite a lot. And there was one night where I told you, a lot of you guys already know this story, but I drank so much one night on an empty stomach that I have no recollection of this night, but I remember waking up and I had a MacBook and I'd thrown up this brown substance all over it. And I'm I woke up in the morning, looking at this laptop, it wouldn't turn on, and there's brown substance all over it. And later Googled that, what is this brown sick? And I found out that it was blood. Absolutely terrifying. So in that moment, I'd woken up, so I'd had this roller coaster. There'd been times where I'd stopped drinking, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like I was down here for 10 years. It was like this up and down, scenario where there'd be good times, bad times, good times, bad times. But at this point, I'd hit like a rock bottom. I think that's what they call it. It's like this emotional rock bottom where I looked at this laptop and I'm like, dude, what the hell have you become? You're supposed to be here to save some money to go back to university, and look what you've become. You've become a drunk. You're drinking way more than you want to. You're doing it consistently. And because I already knew that I had a bit of a problem. I just knew that me and alcohol didn't really work out very well from past experiences. And I'm in this position now where I'm like, man, what the hell is going on? Why have you gone back to this state of mind, this bad cycle again? And I woke up that morning and I saw the blood and I'm like, I'm done, I'm finished. So I stopped drinking, just using willpower, nothing else. I just said that's it, done, finished. And within a couple of days of stopping, I felt pretty good. I started to feel like my old self again. I started to get good energy back. I started to feel a bit more confident. Sure, I kind of wanted to drink, but I just avoided it. I was just using willpower, just saying like, nah, I'm not going to bother with that. But I was feeling confident. And I remember writing down that, now I've stopped drinking, what could I do to like build a better life? And I wrote this thing down to be a personal trainer. This was like a dream that I had for a long time. And I wrote down, one day I want to be a personal trainer. I want to learn skills, and personal training would be like a great place to start learning business skills, learning marketing, learning sales, learning a good service, giving value to people, learning all of this really cool stuff. So I said, right, that's what I'm going to do. So I wrote it down, and I wrote down all the reasons why I wanted to do it and who I'd need to be to do it. And then ended up moving back to Oxford and starting this personal training business. And it was a great success. It was really, really enjoyable. I was making great money. I was making more money than I ever made in my life. I got a taste of like the good life without alcohol. And I realized that what I started to realize is that alcohol really was something that was holding me back from really reaching any kind of potential. Anyway, fast forward 6-7 months, something like that. I had a girlfriend, I had a car, the business was going really well. I was coming up to finishing my last year of university, and I went to a party. And at this party, I had this voice in my head that was like, Leon, why don't you just have one tonight? Why don't you go back to moderating? Things are going so well now. You could probably control it now. And I listened to that voice, right? This voice turned into a craving, and I didn't really know how to kind of counteract cravings and how to reframe the way that I viewed alcohol at this point. So I just went down that route, and I saw all these people drinking, and I saw alcohol as this glamorous thing, this thing that everybody was enjoying. It was enhancing the party, and that really destroyed me. Like, because I saw alcohol in this way, I thought that if I drank it, I was going to get something from it. I thought that something good was going to come of it. I thought I was going to enjoy my time more. I was going to have a better, just everything was going to be better as a result of drinking it. So I drank it. And, I got drunk that night. Not like crazy drunk or anything like that. We just got drunk. And then I woke up the next morning and I said, right, I'll just go back to normal. So my intention, I had the best intention. I wanted to go back to Oxford, just get back in the gym, get back personal training again. A couple of days passed, no problem. Had a few drinks one night, no problem. I've got it under control now. A few more nights passed, did it again, had it under control. Then before you know it, as it always, it starts here, right? And it just went slowly trickled down until I'm back in a cycle of drinking more than I want to. I'm going out getting drunk again. And, I ended up leaving my personal training business to go to London. I broke up with my girlfriend, had to sell my car. So I'm now in London. So I'd gone to get this job in London in recruitment, and I got into this really good firm. And with all the skills that I'd developed from personal training, learning how to sell, I thought I could apply that in a career in London. But then also, I could get away with the party lifestyle. I didn't need to be in a gym and being a leader and being somebody that kind of, held themselves to a high standard. I didn't need to be that person anymore. I could go to London and indulge, so to speak. So went to London, and again, I was here when I was a personal trainer. A few months in, I'm here. I get to London, I went a bit crazy, right? So, I'm not going to go into too much details about the culture of a recruitment firm, but you can imagine everybody thinks that they're Mr. Big Shot, going out, spending all their money on drink and whatever else. And I go there and I just, get involved, do the thing, and it beat me up. I just couldn't handle that lifestyle. Because I'm not a person that really thrives in an environment where alcohol is. But because I had been in this state of mind when I was a personal trainer, I had a lot of confidence in my abilities to kind of, just launch myself into a new career and kind of make a success of it. But the thing is I wasn't the same person that I was when I was a personal trainer because I wasn't drinking. I was confident, I was courageous, I was hardworking. But then when I started drinking, all of the good characteristics that I've got kind of went out the window. London basically beat me up. Now, towards the end, I basically left the job in recruitment. I tried to start personal training in London, but I had no money and it just got way too stressful. I just couldn't do it. But I was still drinking, right? So I moved back to Oxford, right? Because I had no money. I had minus £2,000 in the bank. And my friend, bless him, called Jim, he let me stay in his place whilst I was kind of getting my stuff back to, getting my life back together. And I had to go back to work in a restaurant. It was really embarrassing. I'd gone backwards in life. But the plan was to go back to the restaurant, save up some money, go back to the gym as a personal trainer. Right? So I had this plan in my mind, but I'm still drinking. So I'm back in a restaurant, back in that culture, and I just went haywire again. I was drinking, I was going out every night, just not in a good state of mind. I was just drinking way too much. There was a point during that where I realized that this cannot continue. I am never going to get back to the gym as a trainer. In fact, life is going to keep going backwards because I've already gone backwards, right? If I was to keep on that path, I was just going to go, I don't know where I was going to go, but it wasn't going to be in a good place, right? I was like, there's got to be a better way to do all this. So I just started reading books. I started doing research. I started looking into why I keep drinking. And I read a lot of books about stopping drinking, But basically what I started to do is I started to build this new worldview where I saw alcohol for what it was. I started to see it as not something that was going to enhance my life. Because I was in quite a low position anyway, like I just wasn't happy with the drinking anyway, I was open to these new ideas. And I started to build this new worldview where alcohol wasn't something that provided a genuine benefit to me. It was something that took things away from me. And it was like a flick of a switch. It was like this, done, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but I just knew that I wasn't going to drink again. And it was like a light bulb switch. It was just like this rush. And I'm like, dude, I see alcohol in this totally different way now, that I don't want to drink it anymore. And I had this surge of confidence and courage. And within like a few days of this kind of euphoric feeling that came over me, I just went straight back to the gym as a personal trainer, because I knew that when I didn't drink, I was like that, the best version of me. I was the person that was learning new skills, learning how to do things, interacting with people, communicating, giving value to people for free. I knew that I was that person again. I knew that I'd kind of gone back to the version of me that was a non-drinker. So I just went straight back to the gym as a personal trainer. I had no money, had no savings, but I just knew, because I had the confidence again, I had the courage, that I got back to this gym as a personal trainer and I would make it work. Went back there, started, going on the gym floor, meeting people, getting customers, helping people, doing all that stuff, and the business slowly grew. So I got to this point where things are going quite well. But I had this, because in the past when I'd stopped drinking, like I didn't have that confidence, right? I had it, but I wasn't 100% certain that I wasn't going to drink again. But this time, things were different, right? And I'd finished my degree at this point, so I'm in the gym as a trainer, things are going well, picking up business, doing all that stuff. And, super happy, like just really happy with how things are going. But what I realized is that I was creating this business, creating this client base, and I would be kind of stuck in this location. I'd be stuck in Oxford. And I didn't really like Oxford. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Oxford before, but I didn't really enjoy living there. It's a university town, it's filled with students, like it just wasn't the best place to live. I'm not saying it's a very beautiful place, and it was a very enjoyable time of life, but I didn't want to live there. I didn't want to build a life there. But I knew what I did want was I wanted something that was location independent. So I wanted something that I could pick up a camera, pick up a laptop, pick up some lighting, pick up a microphone, go anywhere in the world and still have a business, still be able to fund a lifestyle. And that was what I really, really wanted. And because I had stopped drinking, and this time I knew it was for real, right? I had this confidence that I knew that I could be the best version of me again. I knew that I could just, whatever I put my mind to, I knew that I could make it work, because I had this, it's really hard to describe, but I just felt really, really confident in myself. So what I did was I moved a few of my clients online, started trying to create this online fitness coaching program, and then I just booked a ticket to Thailand, right? Because that's, if I get an idea to do something, I just do it. I just like try to, feel afraid and feel fear, but just, act courageously. And because I'd stopped drinking, because I felt so confident, I just went for it. So I moved to Chiang Mai. That was the very first place that I came. And it was like this dream had come true, right? I'm living, I got a couple of customers that I was working with online for the fitness coaching, and I'm like, I'm doing it. Anyway, so I realized that I didn't really have any skills though, right? So I'm in this position where I'm trying to make a living online, but I don't really know how to give value to people. So I'm trying to do this online fitness coaching. It wasn't really going that well because I didn't really know what I was doing. And one of my friends got in touch and said, do I want to do some writing for him? And I thought, you're going to pay me to write? So I started doing some writing for this guy called Dan, and we're doing these SEO blogs. So these SEO blogs is like when people write these like valuable pieces of content that rank in Google. So I'm doing this for this guy, getting paid quite well. I'm doing a bit of copywriting for him for some of the websites that he builds, and things are going all right. Anyway, get back in touch with an old friend of mine, and he says that he wants somebody to build him a YouTube channel. So I thought about it and I thought, do you know what? I can talk on camera. Like, I'm okay doing that. I'm comfortable. Don't really know how to do it, but he's like, we don't mind. Like, we want to learn, so we just want to dive into it. We don't really know what we're doing either. Do you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we agreed on a price for the videos, and I just went, let's just do it. So the first month happens. I'm working on these videos. I didn't really see much potential in it. I just thought I'd give it a go. Next month, working on the videos again, and they're really happy with the progress, like, because we got a little bit of traction on those videos early on. And yeah, like the guys that I'm doing the videos for were really, really happy. So a little bit later, I said, okay, so the founder of the company's in Bali. I said, well, why don't I come out to Bali and we'll just make a ton of videos. We'll just try and make like 40 in the month. And he was super enthusiastic. He's like, that'll just be amazing. Like, come on down. So I booked this ticket to Bali, and I'm like living the dream now. I've gone to Chiang Mai, I've gone to Bangkok, and now I'm on the way to Bali, working with this, this really impressive entrepreneur, learning this amazing skill of videos and video marketing and YouTube and how to build an audience. And I'm really learning like some super valuable skills that have literally changed my life to this day. So I'm working and I'm actually learning something of value. So anyway, so I keep working with this company for a good amount of time. I came back to England and decided to go back to Chiang Mai, just to kind of keep working with these guys. And we're making like these great videos, these product videos. I'm learning videography, really enjoying it. And basically I had this, I met this friend of mine called Nick. And Nick is a big YouTuber. He's got like 700,000 subscribers, and we're hanging out and he's giving us advice on how to run this channel, what to do. Really, really helpful guy. And then one day he's like, Leon, you got to start your own videos. You can't keep doing it for this company. You've got to do your own thing. And he kind of just put it on me. I'm like, And I kept thinking like, what am I going to do? I've got no idea what I'm going to do when it comes to YouTube. I don't know how I can help people. I don't know how I can provide value. So he owed me some money. And I said, don't pay me that money until, he owed me some money for some work that I did for him. I said, don't pay me that money until I post some YouTube videos. He's like, yeah, sure. So I posted a YouTube video about how I've not drank for a year. Because I didn't really think anything of it. It just happened. I just stopped and just started getting on with things, right? And then I posted this video and then overnight 6,000 views. I'm like, because I've never posted a video that had done that well in the first 24 hours, right? And I posted it in Reddit, loads of people like writing comments saying, well done, that's a really cool story, blah, blah, blah. And it's just kind of grown from there. Like this one video has literally made everything. Like it started with this one video, right? I just took a leap of faith. I just said, right, I'll just talk about my experience there. So I posted this video. I didn't really think too much of it at first. I was really excited, really happy, but I didn't see that I was going to build a business around this. So I posted this video, then I posted a few more, and more videos were doing well. And then I started posting on Facebook about, my experience of being a non-drinker. And yeah, things just like slowly started picking up. And people are like leaving these amazing comments saying, wow, how did you do it? Blah, blah, blah. And I started to realize that, wait, so I've actually got something that a lot of people want. A lot of people want to stop drinking in a positive, optimistic way. And at first I didn't really see that I could actually provide value to those people, but lo and behold, I could. So what I first did was I'd said, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a program around stopping drinking, right? And I'm going to just do it as fast as I can. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be all over the place. It's not going to look that great. But I said, right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to create this program. So I got to work on creating this course. So basically I just kind of, the process that I went through, the reframing process, I just put it all into a step-by-step course. Created this course, gave it away to a few people for free. Somebody stopped drinking, right? Somebody said, dude, I am done. I am 100% finished with alcohol. So he posted this video, he gave me this video. And it was at that point where I realized, holy shit, like I can really, really help people stop drinking. I can just take them through the same process that I went through and boom, he's done. And I was so excited. When I remember getting that video and I showed my girlfriend, I'm like, oh, look. And she's like, whoa, no way, that's so cool. So I'm really excited at this point. And what I started doing was then I was posting more YouTube videos about stopping drinking. You'll probably, if you look in the channel, you're going to see it at this point. And what I decided was that whilst people stop drinking, right, that's like the first step of the journey, right? They stop drinking. But then what did they do after that? Well, what I did that worked for me was I just kind of launched myself forward. I didn't go and revisit the past. I didn't start going to meetings. I didn't start doing all of that stuff. I just went forward. I just went like full steam ahead into a better quality of life. So what I started doing was offering coaching. So at first, what I did was I was just doing like some free coaching calls with people, trying to help them solve their problems, trying to challenge them, hold them to a higher standard, and people loved it. And from doing those free calls, people just said, can I continue doing this? Do you offer this as a service? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's work together. Let's see what we can do. And bless, I remember the first lady that did it. She's called Helen. If you're watching this, Helen, hey, what's up? We still work together. She's cool as hell. And yeah, like she was the first person that said, can I do it? It was the best feeling ever, right? So now I've got this program helping people stop drinking, but then I've also got this support and this coaching to help them go towards the better quality of life, because the two go hand in hand, if you ask me. So at this point now, I'm buzzing. I've actually got a business. So I remember like posting more on Facebook, reaching out to people, speaking to new people, posting more YouTube videos, and basically got another client, got another one, and then I'm working with a few different people. And then I said, right, I've got something here that's really helping people. And I got a few more video testimonials, a few more people that stopped drinking, people feeling really good, people feeling the same way that I did, where they've got that confidence and that courage again to go towards a better quality of life, right? So I'm buzzing at this point. So I said, right, I'm going to revamp this entire program. I'm going to make them. So what I did, should I tell you this yet? I went and looked at everybody's quit drinking programs online. I looked at everything. And what I said was, right, I'm going to make the best quit drinking program that is out there. I'm going to use mental models, I'm going to use this first principles thinking, help people bring awareness to not just, because the first version was okay, it was good enough, but I'm like, I'm going to take this to the next level. So I created this super in-depth program talking about how to stop drinking with zero effort, zero willpower, no AA meetings. And then the most important thing is how then to go towards a better quality of life. So I'm now working on this program. I'm posting more YouTube videos. I've got another video that just went viral. Well, not viral, but it got like 80,000 views. And more people start inquiring about the coaching. And, things have just kind of grown from there. And literally, I've kind of just told you guys the whole story because I just want to be really honest with you guys and, tell you everything. I've got nothing to hide. But like I said, 2 years ago, I'm at ground zero and I've got nothing, right? I have very little skills because I had some skills, but I didn't really have much. But I stopped drinking, I reframed the way that I viewed alcohol, and then boom, went towards the better quality of life, started picking up the skills, started finding, these new skills like making YouTube, making videos, and then tried to figure out how to solve this problem for people. And it's been an amazing journey, but none of this would have been possible without stopping drinking. And I kind of want to show you, and the reason why I want to share this story with you guys is just to kind of give you a bit of motivation, a bit of inspiration that when you stop drinking, the life of your dreams truly becomes possible again. And like I said, guys, if you do want my help going through the actual reframing process, then you can click the link below. There'll be a short video to watch that talks about the method in a bit more detail. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the story of how I went from being, nobody to now living online. Now living in Thailand, working online, building an online business, doing what I always wanted to do. Hope you guys found some inspiration in this. If you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about the 4 stages of stopping drinking and also 30 benefits of not drinking. Thanks a lot.